Yep.
Something that came up this week was Phind's Code Llama model outperformed Chat GPT 4.
So Phind, let's talk about, just tell everybody what Phind is, because it's something that I feel like that has been out there. It's really great.
I-N-D.
And it's underutilized.
PHIND.com. Phind. This is another one that Sean and I caught on to pretty early, and we love, because it's less of, give it code and it tells you what to do or how to do it. It's more of like a search engine pair programmer for coding. And I actually used it this morning.
I used it today.
I wanted to mess around with LinkedIn's API, and I wanted to build out these services for it. And I was like, okay, I could go to the docs, do your usual, go to the docs, try to figure it out. And I'm skilled enough at that I could have done that, but I used it, and it helped me get from start to. I was OAuthing into LinkedIn in an hour and grabbing connections. The only hang-up was the scope for the token wasn't good, but whatever. LinkedIn blocks everything now. But anyway, the point is, Phind.com is a great tool as a kind of collaboration of like ask a general question. I kind of know around what I'm trying to accomplish. I don't know all the specifics. If I did, I would just do it, right? And then it can give you some suggestions on how to accomplish that goal. I use it for database architecture design. I use it for, a question might be like, I'm trying to build a messaging system. What's a good database architecture for that? The traditional path would be go to Google, read a couple of Stack Overflow. People say this is this, or you could use this schema, and this is the advantages, disadvantages. It kind of does that work for you with sources, with code examples, and it's just like every other tool. It's not the answer, but it helps me get from zero to the finish line or start to finish a lot faster.
I use it for testing if a framework has a capability. So I'll be like, hey, I want to do this in this and see what it comes up with. If it's like that part of the function is blank, you're like, okay, that doesn't natively support that, right? And then the other ancillary thing that I love about Phind, which I think, is an interesting thing, is it actually provides the links to the web pages that it was referencing.
The sources, right.
When it did that. So somehow when they built their model, I love that, because they're basically crediting the websites, and it's a lot of Stack Overflow links.
Sure.
So I hope they're throwing them some bones. But they're throwing them links. But it gives you, here's the answer, but here's where I got that answer, and it's on the web.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it makes sense to me, because that's the general flow for me as well, which is in the past I would look up a problem, Google it, click on the top 3 or 4 links, try to understand what each link is talking about, and then use my brain to condense that into what the commonalities were between all those links. It's doing that work for me. So it's just I'm stepping into the next, or I'm jumping in on the second step, which is, here's all the information as one message, and here's where the links are to the original if you want to check that out, and here's what you could do with that. So I absolutely love it.
So Phind, actually, though, there is some controversy around it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, and so this is the best. Basically, someone on Reddit was asking, like, what's up with the Phind? Why are people all up in arms? And so I'll just read you what the top comment is right now. So this is their current business model strategy. Release an open source model that performs well. Let the community embrace it and get hyped. Find an investor and sell the story of the next OpenAI. Get a huge valuation and raise a ton of cash. Go closed source due to competitive reasons and cash out some founders' equity on the next round.
Right, because I'm using it for free right now.
Yeah.
Well, so apparently version 7 is going to be proprietary. It's not, and so they're kind of doing the OpenAI rug pull, which is a reality, right? OpenAI was originally built. They had the foresight to say, we need to make this open source so it's not one proprietary company that basically controls all of AI. Right, they didn't want to have a repeat of what Google.
OpenAI.
Right, exactly. So that's
Also
when Elon came on. Yeah, nonprofit, and Elon said, "Okay, and I'll put in billions of dollars into this because it's the right thing to do." And then they all of a sudden go, "Oh, this is too powerful for the public. We're going closed source."
But
and
isn't
then pull
that just
the rug.
the thing now? Like, if you really want to create $1 billion company, you give your crap away for free for way too long because you have so much runway. Pull it right out from under.
And just be like, "Thank you."
I'm glad you brought that up, because I use it all the time, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how are they affording to do this for free?
Yeah.
And of course, I was like, they've got investors, and there is going to be eventually a way to to monetize all this. But yeah, that was always a burning question for me. So
and it is. I mean, so again, but people love it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a similar thing. Well, and apparently the Wizard large language model crew are saying that Phind basically trained all their stuff on their own data set. So there's a bunch of internal
until further notice, you can go to their website without consequence, and it will help you write code.
Yeah, just don't get too comfortable with it because you might end up paying $24 a month for it.
Yeah.